Hey, Brett here. So, day two of the classic science of stretching sequence. Going to work my hips and then also my groin. So I'm going to get right into it. Then we'll get into the actual description of stuff. Start at the tabletop. I'm going to take my right foot, swing it up to my right hand. Now, important, my foot's with my hand or even in front of it, but the leg is either up and down or even forward. Rotate that foot outward if you want to for some stability. Part one. Part two, sneak your leg back. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start the timer. So let's go into what I'm doing here. On the front leg, I've closed this joint. So I brought my knee closed, more closed. So this hip is, sorry, this leg is in flexion. I'm getting my hamstrings right here. Nice big hamstring stretch. Another thing, this leg, I've opened this joint here, the hip flexor, and so my hip flexor is an extension. One more thing, I've got my hip going pulled diagonally from my back left to my front right, if you're looking down on my hip. So there's a big, big hip stretch, and we're going to do it in both directions. Now, I've got this bench here because I want to demonstrate that sometimes, I can go lower than this, but the thing is, if I increase the height of my torso, ooh, okay, right, that really makes the hip flexor stretch a lot bigger. And I want to turn it down just a bit because that's a bit too much. I need to move my knee back. Right there. There we go. Man, that's a lot bigger. I'm gonna go ahead and stay here for a little bit, but that is intense. I know it doesn't look like anything's going on, maybe, but it is. So, like, come out of this, it occurs to me, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this. So I'm going to start another little sequence on this next round. Okay, let's get back into this pose, left side. So when I say left side, it means I'm going to put the left side, left leg up front, right leg goes back. So again, this is a big stretch. I'm going to take my left foot, swing it up to my right hand. Again, I want the foot, the leg up and down, or maybe even forward. That's good. You can take that foot, rotate it out 45 degrees. This leg can fall out or not. Something about what we're doing, we are often using yoga poses, but we're doing them with a different intention. Our intention is deep flexibility and nervous system training. And so alignment is not the key, but what is key is feel. Do you feel a big stretch? Say, for example, here. Do you feel a big stretch there? Great. Continue. All right. I'm going to put a little pad under my knee here. There we go. Start the timer. And then I really like what this did last time. It was pretty intense. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm working on a back bend right now. How am I working on a back bend? When you do a back bend, you need to stretch on your front. My hip flexor is getting stretched, like I'll get out. And so I'll be able to arch back better and kick into my feet and get the back bend out of my lower back, hypothetically. I'm nowhere near doing back bends yet. Still lack a lot of upper body strength and probably some flexibility. Oh, yeah, it's huge. I just something a little bit different this time. So right now, I'm getting a huge stretch right here, a little bit underneath as well, but mostly right now it's on the outside. But I can certainly move the leg around and move it a little bit where I'm getting that stretch. On my right leg, again, hip flexor. So right there, just below my belt line, right at the crease of the leg where when you sit down, you go at 90 degrees right there. Oh yeah, right there. I'm getting a huge stretch. So I'm in this is not comfortable. My body doesn't want to be in this position. So now I'm using my intention and my breath, this little thing around my neck, to upregulate my parasympathetic nervous system and tell my body, yes, this is uncomfortable, but I'm doing something new. I want you to form some new neural pathways. And honestly, once you start to feel how much better you feel in your body, that's all the okay. So to form new neural pathways, one of the keys is emotional. If you can associate with a strong emotion, especially a strong emotion, preferably a positive one, it will reinforce it. So once you start to feel how good you feel in your body, you will actually, once you've finished a pose and you feel the release from this tension, it will be amazing because it'll start to dawn on you that you are taking ownership of your body, you are reprogramming your neural pathways, you're making a new you that is every bit as much as the old you. It's just a little bit less, a little bit less tight, a little bit less difficult to move. So that means there's really more of you because there's less holding you back. You could be clearer in your body and clearer in your intentions. And as you're more clear in your intentions, you improve your body. Uh, It's a virtuous cycle, a positive feedback loop. I know I'm rambling because I'm distracting myself. Ooh, I'm getting a good stretch right now. I'm going to stay right here. This side is tighter, so it's okay to go longer. Okay. Oof, yeah, I'm gonna have to come out of this one slowly. Yeah, I said slowly. Shush. That's right. Trying to really avoid moving my hip. That's right. Right here. You can't see this. I'm blocking it, but yeah, right there. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so I've taken and stretched both hamstrings very nicely, and I've stretched the hip flexors quite a bit. And then also, I've taken my hip and I've done this. So I've made an X. So next, I'm going to open up my groin. I'm going to use some elevation so I can lean forward. And the elevation leaning forward thing. This is just like something to keep in your bag of tricks when you're trying out new poses and such. Just raise your butt a little bit. Not a cheat, because if something helps you stay in a pose in a more balanced way so that you can do less, you're going to get more out of the pose. And I know it's a cliche, but less is more. All right, so let's see. I'm going to go for this is just I'm going to open my groin up here. I'm going to go for 1, 2, 3, 4 fists, and here we go. So there are really three key principles or main principles and two addendums. Breathe to relax. So 4, 8 until count to four, out to a count of eight. When you do that, you're going to relax yourself. You're going to calm yourself down. You're going to upregulate your parasympathetic nervous system. And you're going to do that while simultaneously putting your body in discomfort. And that is how you retrain your neural pathways, improving your mental acuity, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So breathe to relax. Press attention over time. This is passive. I'm relaxing. Tension. I've got a lot of tension in different parts of my body. And time, 2 to 5 minutes. Why? 2 minutes is enough time because at least half of what we're doing is training the nervous system, and half of what we're doing is trying to get persistent change in muscle fibers. And it takes around 2 minutes most of the time. Even if you're relaxed, the muscle fibers will eventually get to a point where you'll notice the next day, oh, they're not as tight as they were. So pass attention over time, 2 to 5 minutes. Why 5 minutes? You can certainly go longer, especially in those big hip poses like the one I just did. But generally, you probably get a little more overall bang for your buck if you go switch to another pose, 80-20 rule. Now, my exception to that is when I'm doing working on side splits and front splits, I'll try to go longer if I can tolerate it. Now, I'm using my hands as weight to pull me forward. There we go. Now I'm looking forward to sort of, it's not really, but sort of reduce the curvature in my back, just so I can sort of extend out more and get a bit of a bigger stretch. Now, another good thing here, if your back is sore, if I had a block, I'd use it. There they are, they're over there. So blockhead right on the forehead there. It tends to give some relief to your back, or your lower back. I think I'm gonna do this instead though. That's not at all awkward. There we go. I'm a little off center, so I have to concentrate more. So I'm going to get myself a little more rebalanced. There, now I'm falling more forward. I was a little bit off to the left. Okay. All right. So that is day 2 of the sequence. Now I'm going to do a little bit more. What do I want to do? Could do yeah, I'm just going to do pancake. Why not? There we go. And I'll get this way. I don't know if I have it in me. Hi. How can I do this one? What do you think, Chef? All right. So this is not side splits, but they do complement each other because working on this will help me once I can do more, get deeper into side splits to lean forward into it. Actually, this isn't going to work because I'm doing this to avoid pressure on my heel because I've either got it's a fasciitis or I bruised my heel. I don't know which. That pretty much amounts to the same thing, I suppose, since the one is a description as is the second, but in Latin. All right, now I'm going to start about here for a moment. It occurs to me. Let's start over. So on this one, and in general, since I'm working on my hamstrings as well, I bend my knee initially. It'll allow me to go deeper. And also, when you bend your knee, it brings the stretch a little bit more into the muscle body. There we go. All right. Okay, I'm starting over. I don't recommend doing reps, but since I'm going to be here for a while, I'd rather just go ahead and get a clean start after getting reset. My knees are bent. Yeah, my knees are bent. Notice it's mostly just a micro bend, so it's not like a lot. You can certainly bend them more. I don't need to wear those. Okay, so now I need to be in this for a while, like I said. Now, that's the good side. Do that. I need my bricks. Give me a brick. No one's doing that. Okay, now. They're pretty frazzled. Not sure how much left. Okay. Wait, I don't know what I can do. I'm gonna go left to my butt because I've lost most of my elevation. I know I'm coming out, but I've been in it for a long time. Like, just playing, do whatever the heck I want. I'm going to now do one round of PNF and see if I can do a little bit more of that. But boy, coming out to do PNF, I'm coming out of this a little bit. Don't want to be fully in like I just was. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm gonna push down with my heels and then my legs. I'm basically just digging my legs into the ground. I'm gonna tighten my entire muscles, all the muscles in my body. And then when I start to shake, I'm gonna exhale and really release into it. And since this is about to go off, I'm just gonna give myself a second here. Okay. Okay, and here we go. Okay, okay. I'm gonna come out of that. Oh, that was really too much. Okay, that was 13 or 14 minutes. Intense. Ooh, I wonder. I need to come out. Oh, man. I don't want to move my legs just yet. There we go. All right, that was Pancake. Hey, okay, if I'm gonna do this, let me do something real quick. I fade out a little bit. Let's see. Uh, Straight feet, but little. Boy, that's tough. A little bit wider. A little bit wider. I will get a deeper stretch because I will be able to be a little more balanced. And that's okay if I'm a little wide. There we go. Much easier. Hmm. So like, actually, if I made my feet a little bit wider, this would be like frog-ish. But I think that's enough of that. I'm going to bed. No, sorry. This is gonna hurt. Actually, I'm gonna cheat. There we go. Didn't want to use my hip flexors because they were pretty well trashed. Ooh, has more hamstrings. Wow. Well, I don't actually think I'll feel that in the morning. I think we'll be fine, but that's a good night of stretching.